started a series of harmful tradition, and we explained what harmful tradition is. We gave you examples of harmful tradition that are practiced in some of our villages or in some of our communities. Today we are going to look at some of those problems some of those harmful tradition that we talked about the other day. How does it affect socially? Social effects of harmful tradition. Social effects of harmful tradition. What are the social implications? What are the social issues that comes from those harmful traditions? I'm going to discuss 6 of these issues today in our class. 1 is mental issues. 2 is health issues. 3 is deprivation of sexual pleasure. 4, deprivation of education. 5, discrimination. And then the last one, problems of broken homes and lack of maturation before marriage. Maturation before marriage. Lack of maturation before marriage. So let's go to mental issues. Sometimes these women, the widows that are subjected to those bad tradition, subjected to mental trauma, subjected to ill behavior, before they go through this process, they have lost a loved one in death already. And you subjecting them to go to a bad home, go and live in the bush, go and live in a secluded place, live in a place where there will be cold, nobody to visit them. Their minds, depression sets in. Some of them, before they go out of this mourning state, they start developing mental health. They go into depression. They have psychological problems. They have mental issues because of such acts. If these widows are encouraged, people are by their side, they are being looked on, you find out that they will be perfect. So it leads to mental issues. Some of these mental issues can be curable over time. Some of them can go haywire that they are not able to cure them. So it's a social problem. It affects the social life of a person. Health issues. A child that is driven to go marry at the age of 12, 13, 14, during pregnancy or during the process, the child develops different kind of problem, health challenges. At the end of it all, the child is sick. A child is taken to go and get married at a young age, or a child is circumcised, comes up with different complications. Some have died in the process. Sepsis sets in, infection sets in, lack of treatment. At the end, the individual dies of health issues. Circumcision can bring health issues. Early marriage can bring complications. You see it. Emotional trauma can come with different sickness that collapse the system. So health issues. Deprivation of sexual pleasure. Because they feel that, oh, if we cut off some of these genital places that stimulate sexual pleasure, the child will remain a virgin till he gets married, till she gets married. So for that reason, let's chop it off. Eventually, maybe the child did not get infected, maybe the child went through it and it was okay. At marriage, that they want the child to be a virgin, the child lacks sexual pleasure. The girl child lacks sexual pleasure, and then it becomes a problem for them as a couple. And so, female genital mutilation should be abolished. Biblically, humanly, it's not advisable. It's not advisable. Then we have deprivation of education. Preference of the boy child. The boy child should go to school because he's going to keep the family name. A girl child should go and get married because he's going to another family to give birth to children there. So there is no need spending your money on the girl child. Let's spend our money on the female child, on the male child. What is that? A girl child can become what a boy child can be. Every child have equal rights in this world. Every child is a human being, for crying out loud. So every child needs to be educated equally. Undermining if the girl is a girl child or the other one is a boy child. Give equal education to every child. I stand for that right, that everybody is equal, whether a girl child or a boy child. Look for the means to train both children. They occupy their own space. They shield their own space. So let's educate both gender, whether male or female. Don't deprive any child of education. Don't traffic the girl child to Siberia. Don't traffic the girl child to any country. Don't traffic the girl child to anywhere. Don't send the girl child to go be a baby nurse for somebody while the boy child go to school. Let us be responsible parents. Let's take care of our girl child. Give them equal rights, equal education at all spheres of life. Discrimination, the OSU system discriminates people. These people are slaves. These people are not wanted. These people are not welcome. These people are this, they are that. You traumatize people because of what tradition have brought through us. At the end of the day, these people look at themselves as awkward people, outcasts. Let's not do that. Give people equal rights to live an equal life. Everybody is human being. Those traditions have to be long abolished. Let's discard this tradition and allow people to live. Some people have discriminated to the point that their children that are supposed to get married, you tell them, don't marry this set of tribe, don't marry this set of people, they are slaves, they are Osu. So if you get married to them, your children will become Osu. It is not in my lifetime you marry such a person. Some people have remained unmarried because of such tradition. Some people have committed suicide because of that tradition. Some people have been, their rights have been jeopardized because of such tradition. Some people are not well respected because of such tradition. Let's abolish such tradition. It has social effects. Then, broken homes and lack of maturation before marriage. A child that is sent to marriage at 16 years, 14 years, 13 years, 12 years, what does the child know? You cannot compare the way a 30 years old or 25 years old adult will handle a marriage, to handle his or her marriage, to the way a 12 years, 13 years, 14 years, 15 years old child will handle marriage. Sometimes it leads to broken homes, sometimes it leads to ill health, sometimes it leads to deprivation, sometimes it leads to different kind of social vices. So allow a child to get matured, allow a child to get to the stage of maturation before you send the child into marriage. So these are social effects of harmful tradition: mental issues, health issues, deprivation of sexual pleasure, deprivation of education, discrimination of humans, broken homes, and lack of maturation before marriage. So please, let's desist from these social vices. Harmful tradition, abolish them. If there are traditions that are still helpful, go and tell people to make money in a genuine way, not this Yahoo money kind of thing. Not this corrupt system. Tell our corrupt leaders to get out of corruption. Go and put a tradition that kills those who corrupt, who embezzle public funds. Let's not use our tradition to hurt ourselves and harm our lives. That will be it for our social study class, where we discuss social issues that arise in our society. Thank you for dropping by. Subscribe, share. Thank you for coming.